Welcome to Writing a Screenplay. Today we are going to look at the segment titled The Interview. That's right, we're doing the interview. We just did Danger Things, so we are moving on to segment number 5. And I'm going to try to do a bit of a speed run here because you're familiar with the interview and what goes into it. We did all that in the notes. And there's really not that much difference here. It's just transferring it over from the notes to screenplay format. But we'll go over it good enough here. So the end of Danger Things ends with Mikey and Niall, the killer, um, kind of trailing him because we end on a bit of a montage with. Did I do this one? Did I do Danger Things? I think I did Danger Things. It's January 2nd. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I've done. I'm. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. But my scroll bar is off to the side. It's page 59. I've been writing. I'm at page 100 right now. And that's with skipping the graveyard shift. We'll get there. But we'll get there. Right now, let's focus on the interview, which I wrote like a week ago. That's why I'm struggling right now. But we follow Micah here, who's being tailed by Niall and Mikey. But when he turns into the Genetech parking lot, they have to, call off the hunt. And so they continue their story, their Danger Things storyline. But we're tacking on to Micah. Um, and he's dressed to the nines for his job interview at one of the biggest companies in the world, Genetech. Um, and we're gonna learn about him a little bit. He struggles to find the parking. It's that whole thing. A guy takes his spot, which is all. We're kind of having fun with it. And the guy that takes his spot, he's going to be one of his competitors. It's another applicant trying to take a job that he wants. So I think I call him. He's like a guy with the purple tie, purple tie. Yeah, there he is. Boom. And feel free to slow down and stop the video if you ever just want to read this. I am going to try to scroll so you can read it if you want. Otherwise, I'm just kind of going to go over it. So we get him inside the Genetech onboarding wing, where we meet Karen, who's like an assistant. She's very bubbly and nice and energetic young woman, and is excited to show Micah around the impressive grounds. Um, we get some exposition here. Um, there's a little bit of flirting from Karen, and he kind of shuts it down because he's married, and we're going to learn that he's married, and his wife has cancer, and it's one of the reasons he wants to work here is because they're on the forefront of all that stuff. Um, Government contracts worth over $50 billion. Boom, boom, boom. So we get the exposition of Genetech out of the way a bit. The benefits. So yeah, a little bit of flirting. We get him into the VR testing room, and this is fun because if you remember from the notes, the work that Genetech does with virtual reality is going to play a part in the end. Um, so, she's giving a spiel. Oh, we're so impressive. We do VR stuff, blah, blah, blah. And there's a line in here that I want to show you specifically. She takes the headset from his hands and puts it back into its charging dock. A strange fact, since it didn't seem Micah ever took the VR headset. Weird. Because she offers it to him. You know, she's like, hey, do you want to give it a spin? I probably shouldn't. Um, and see, this is all happening while there's this flirting going on. So we're doing double duty here, which is what you want to do. You want to have subtext. You want to have layers to this stuff here, um, and a little bit of misdirection, because while we're obviously seeing this flirting and him saying, no, I don't want to play with your virtual reality toy, we're going to see him holding the virtual reality toy a moment later and her taking it from him and putting it on the headset. Um, and that's interesting. When did he get that? When did that get into his hands? And we don't, so that's the line I have here. A strange fact, since it didn't seem Micah ever took the VR headset. Weird, weird. That line right there is why I can't put this in any competition. We can't really hear or see the weird. Mm, um. So yeah, yeah. He breaks her heart a bit. Like, no, I'm married. So Karen gets Micah to the interview room, and they walk and boom 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 they get him in there. The hiring manager Steven. But before Steven shows up, we meet the other two applicants, Melinda and the man with the purple tie from the parking lot, Jeff. I'm Jeff. This is Melinda, and you are Micah. That's not a real name. Are you saying Michael wrong? Um, so yeah, we get a glimpse of who these people are. Jeff's just this hotshot, computer whiz guy. Um, she's more bookworm focused, you know, driven woman. I mean, she has her own goals, and we get that here. Why they want the job. She wants. This is the dream job. She can start a family now. Jeff just wants it because it's like I can do. It looks amazing on a resume. I can start my own company in 5 years if I work here for a little bit. This is a dream. And of course, Micah has the health issues with his wife. So yeah, we get some of that. A fun line here. I'm surprised they don't just go after kids right out of college. And she says they want experience. But that line's funny to me, and it's intentionally funny because at the end of this, college does come into play. College kids do come into play. So yeah, a little more banter, and then finally we get things going here. We get the hiring manager Steven, and the fun begins. Now he's Steven's casual attire, like the friendly boss, hey, type of guy. With Jeff is his assistant Nina, a small Hispanic woman taking notes from her boss. Did I spell Hispanic? It needs a capital H, dummy. This is a change from the notes, and I'll explain why. First of all, in the notes there was no assistant, and there's going to be another change that we'll get to in a moment. Um, so Steven does his welcome to Genetech, and I can't wait to see who's going to boom, boom, boom. Let's go to this room. Um, we're confident in your abilities, but we need to see chemistry between everyone, working under pressure, blah blah blah. So they take them to the computer lab where this could have been a page or two, but I knock it out really really quick. It's damn near a montage, and you'd hope the filmmakers that would be producing it would understand that that's just a little music, do a little couple quick cuts or something. Um, we don't need to see them working on the computers very long. But that's what they do. They show what they got, and it is a bit of a chemistry exercise, all that kind of stuff. Um, Meanwhile, Steven and Nina are watching them, and afterwards, they show off. They nail it. They all nail it. They're all very good. They're all very good. And back in the interview room, um, Micah notices one of the filing cabinets against the wall is crooked. It's a bit off center. Someone has moved it, and his OCD can't allow for it to be off angle, so he pushes it against the wall. Because you might be asking, nothing really changed when they went to the computer lab. Like, they're all here because they're competent. They've just shown they're competent. Now they're back in this room. Nothing has changed. Well, something the room has changed. I can't overstate how impressive that was. Oh, a bunch of go-getters, boom, boom, boom. People would kill to work here, and that brings us to the next portion of the interview. That's fun. That's gonna be a great. That's gonna be a great turn. Steven takes Nina's clipboard from her. She won't be needing it soon, and that's the change. This is the part where in the notes, Steven here was going to bring in a homeless man who's agreed to essentially sacrifice himself to see if any of these people have the guts to kill him. Um, I've changed that to Nina, a more willing participant, and it's kind of scary. It's scarier this way because she has some lines here. Um, yeah, so Steven explains like, yeah, we need loyalty and secrecy from our employees. So this is one of our tests. This is sorry. Um, um, and plus this line from Micah, that's the kind of mindset that has us closer than ever to curing diseases only thought to be merely treatable, because the health stuff with his family. So yeah, would you kill for it? Boom, boom, boom. Melinda says yeah, and kind of gets him on board, but not really. Um, and then this is where we learn that Nina is going to be the victim here. If you really want this job, all you have to do is kill Nina here. It's been a pleasure serving you, sir. And we learn why. If you kill her, you're gonna get the job. Boom, boom, boom. Um, we've had the filing cabinet stocked with weapons because we've learned people prefer that over using their bare hands. Um, so that's why the cabinet was a little off-centered. Micah's good guy, good hero. He's like, I'm gonna get you out of here, and she's like, no, please don't. And we learned that Nina here signed up for this assignment. It's voluntary. Okay, I think okay. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. I need his name right there. That's driving me crazy. Tools. How does it work in this? View, no. Format, production. There we go. Mores and continueds. Dialogue. Where's the dialogue? Numbering. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Add scene continued. Boom, boom, boom. Add character on next page. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. We did it. Yeah, Nina's family will be taken care of for 9 generations minimum due to her sacrifice. It's very you know professional and dry, and the paperwork's done. All this kind of stuff. The choice is yours. The weapons are in the cabinets. And before he leaves, he has one more tidbit. By the way, I don't think we're going to be able to hire all 3 of you. Good luck. So we get that, and he leaves. Nina stands there smiling, waiting for her murder. Fantastic. Uh, Micah opens one of the cabinets to see if Stephen was telling the truth. Sure enough, the filing cabinet has several knives, hatchets, and even a few pistols. Holy shit! And they discuss it for a little bit. Is this really happening? Oh yeah, it's happening. Um, he questions her about it, and that maybe they're lying, and she says, "Oh, they're not lying." And sometimes you have to take a leap of faith, um, which is going to come into play at the end. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't need a job that bad. Jeff's fun. I mean, it's a sweet gig, no doubt, but killing someone can't do it. And Jeff sits there waiting for Melinda and Micah to leave after his little speech, but to his surprise, they don't budge. You guys are supposed to leave now, so you can kill her, maybe. So Jeff gives a little fake speech because he wants this. But nobody really has the balls to do it yet. But Micah's finding that bravery because my wife needs this. I'm so sorry. Um, as Micah turns to the cabinet, a gunshot rings out and blood splatters against the wall, Nina falling dead. Melinda stands there, a 9mm pistol in her hands. What the fuck? So Melinda does the deed. Steven comes in very impressed, like, woo, that was great. Follow me. Welcome to Genetech. And just like that, Melinda is gone. And Steven says, as far as you two go, I wasn't lying about not being able to hire all 3 of you. We can only hire 2. So which of you will it be? Whoever kills the other gets the gig. I'll be back in a bit. Let me get Melinda set up with the onboarding process. I look forward to seeing who gets hired. And so he leaves, um, leaving these 2 guys together. And they have a conversation about it, of course. Little tense standoff. Is this real? Is this happening? And Mike is starting to maybe figure something out. It almost didn't seem real, and he's getting suspicious of his surroundings. And he says Genentech does groundbreaking virtual reality development, and just like, oh, this is all a game. And Micah says, yeah, actually, I think so. Did Karen, the girl out front, did she bring you in here? Yeah, cute girl. I think she wanted a slice. Oh, Jeff. Did she give you a tour of the test rooms? No, straight here. Then this is my game then. See, Micah is figuring out that it's a virtual reality thing. This is my game, my test. And Jeff doesn't understand. Micah picks up the pistol because he is confident, like, this is just a virtual reality test. It'll be fine. It's not real. None of this is real. Leap of faith. Remember, the job's yours, dude. I don't even want the fucking thing. And Micah squeezes the trigger and puts one right in Jeff's chest. Jeff falls back and clutches the wound. Micah clearly expected a one-shot kill, but did not get that. Micah attempts to shoot another round, but the gun is jammed. Jeff rolls around in pain, and Micah panics a bit. Brings out a claw hammer, hurries over to Jeff, and beats him to death to put him out of his misery. A little bit of an ugly, messy scene there. Micah kind of botched it. He's just covered in blood, but Micah's it's a game. Sorry about that, Jeff. Steven walks back in, and hello, walks back in and sees Micah is the one standing. I knew it would be you. Absolutely, I'm a problem solver. Oh, I can't wait to see you do it here. Can we end the VR experience now? This was no VR experience. If you follow me, we can get you started with onboarding. Micah stands there dumbfounded before looking down at the man he just killed. Don't worry, we have people for that. Welcome to Genetech. So it's very similar to what the notes were. It's just the interview from hell where it's the dream job that people would kill for, and they have to kill for it. Um, do I have the outline on screen? I do. This was supposed to come in at 10 to 12 pages. It came in at 13. Not bad. Some of these have gone so ridiculously over that I'm definitely not going to get hot about going one page over. But this is a tight story, you know, fun little world building. We get this Genetech stuff. I might be able to expand upon it if I need to, but for right now, I think it's pretty tight. And that is the interview. The next video is going to be about the segment Heartache, which is very good. So we'll get to that next. And yes, this was the interview. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon.